Hello students, welcome back to NEET World channel. This is Narayani, I am your biology educator. So already we started the biological classification and we done with the first kingdom called Monera. Secondly, the foremost important for the IPE boards, that is kingdom Protista, right? So let's discuss that kingdom Monera, Protista. Before that, we will learn you about, I will tell you a very important news for you. So here we started the NEET long term course and the next batch is going to start from the 15th August onwards. Yes, if you are really passionate about your dream and to become a successful doctor, if you want to become a doctor and if you are really passionate to become a doctor, this is the best platform for you. So we are providing this just rupees for 3,333 per month. Yes, what are the benefits you get by joining in this special program of NEET long term? And you are going to have live plus recording sessions. Along with that, well crafted study material is provided. If you are really listen these classes regularly, you follow these live classes, and then if you do the our well crafted study material, it's it's well enough to secure a very good rank in your upcoming examination, NEET and EAP set examinations for sure. So if you are really passionate, if you want to see yourself as a doctor, this program is best for you. And it is not only for the who are completed 12th standard, so who are going, who are college goers like 11th and 12th also, we have morning and evening batches. So as per your convenience, you can parallelly you can done with your coaching. So this is the best, best offer we are giving at just rupees 3,333 per month. So what are waiting for? Just grab this offer as soon as possible. Got it? And one more important thing, for any competitive examinations, the doing mocks is very important. So this is our Telegram group. By scanning this QR code, you can access our our Telegram group. So what are the benefits by joining in this Telegram group is, so you get daily quizzes, biology, chemistry, physics and mathematics. So if you have any doubts, you can directly post in the Telegram channel, and you also get prior information of our live class schedules, and whatever the free resources, digitalized materials will be dropped in the Telegram chat. And main important thing, you can ask your doubts particular lecturers, they can clarify out all your doubts. Got it? So our program has both online is available, offline is available. If you want to join through online, contact with us, then we will give you access in our app name called MedWorld. So if you want demo classes, there are plenty available in the YouTube channel, please go through that. And if you want to join through offline, you can come to our institute name called NEET World, present in Narayanguda, Hyderabad. So this is what well about the NEET program, special program. It will be end soon, students. If you are really passionate, you just enroll this course. So we have completed the kingdom named Monera, right? So kingdom Monera includes Archaebacteria, Eubacteria, Mycoplasms and Actinomycetes, etc. So what are the basic characteristic features of the Monera? They have naked nucleus, right? They have naked nucleus. So let's see once, just fastly skim the Monera. So see here, based on the shapes, Monera is nothing but the best example is bacteria. All unicellular organisms are come under the group of prokaryotes, which means all prokaryotic organisms based on their complexity of the cell, which are unicelled prokaryotes, are come under the group of kingdom called Monera. So they don't have well defined nucleus and they have locomotion through flagella, right? Based on their shapes, they are divided into 4 groups. They are coccus, bacillus, right? So coccus is the spherical shape and bacillus is the rod shaped, and spirillum, vibrio, these are the, based on their shapes, they are divided into 4 groups, right? And as they are the very minute organisms, minute microorganisms, but they have the complex in behavior, right? So they have the both archaebacteria, which mainly having the special feature called the cell wall is made up of pseudomurine, not peptidoglycan. Eubacteria is a true bacteria which have the cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan. Right. So this what we studied yesterday. So bacteria is divided into archaebacteria and eubacteria. Especially we are focusing in the 11th biological classification these two groups, and because of that how the microorganisms like bacteria, why it is ubiquitous in nature, because they are having the cell wall, right. So those, because they are serving extreme condition because of the cell wall made up of murine, pseudomurine, right. So here the halophiles, which means they extremely survive in salty conditions, and thermohydrophiles, which means they can tolerate many extreme hot temperatures, acidic in nature, and methanogens, which is present in the gut of the ruminant animals like cows, buffaloes and all that. So through that to produce the methane gas production, which is useful for the production of methane gas. And eubacteria again classified it into two groups. One is autotrophics, which means they can prepare their own food because they are photosynthetic nature and chemosynthetic. Photosynthetic, the best example is cyanobacteria, which have the pigment of chlorophyll. They can prepare their own food. And coming to the chemosynthetic bacteria, the bacteria which is dependent on the food as inorganic substances like nitrates, ammonia, right, nitrates, so which is mainly helpful in the recycling of the nutrients. So coming to the heterotrophs, which means they are depending on other organisms. There again they are divided into saprophytic and parasitic. Parasitic means which mainly gives the shows the pathogen effect for animals, plants and also humans, right. So saprophytic, which means they mainly included with the, along with the fungi, they helps in the decomposition. They help in the decomposition, right. So and the main characteristic feature of the prokaryotes is they don't have well defined nucleus, which means the nucleus is not covered by nuclear envelope. And the last exceptional case of the archaebacteria is mycoplasm. It is a devoid of cell wall, which means the cell wall is not there in the mycoplasm bacteria, right. So they don't have cell wall. Mycoplasm they don't have cell wall. 1 minute students. Okay, see, they devoid of cell wall. They exhibit the characteristic feature of pleuromorphism, which means they respond to the environment. They change the shape and structure according to the environment. They are the smallest now, they are the smallest bacteria, and can survive without oxygen. They can survive without oxygen. So mycoplasma have causes disease in plants, that is witch's broom, pleuropneumonia in cattle, and mycoplasmal erythritis in humans. Got it? So let's see the today's topic, that is kingdom Protista. So kingdom Protista. So it is one of the most important for your IPE board students, because in this Protista you are going to have 3 questions. I already said to you this includes the 3 questions. 1 minute. So first the term Protista is coined by the Ernest Haeckel. So this kingdom Protista is linked between the plants and animals and also fungi. So see, kingdom Protista. What are the features of this Protista? Right? So what are the features of the kingdom Protista? So these are unicellular eukaryotes. These are unicellular eukaryotes. 1 minute. So these are unicellular single cell eukaryotes, right. So they mostly, so they have well defined nucleus, and cell organelles, So in the prokaryotes, no cell organelles are present. So here, and nucleus is also not well defined. Here the nucleus is well defined, nucleus is found, and cell organelles also be found. So I already said to you, if it is a prokaryotic cell, if it is a eukaryotic cell. So prokaryotic cells doesn't have the well defined nucleus, which means naked. So this is the genetic material, it will not protected by any nuclear membrane or nuclear envelope. Here this is the eukaryotic cell, this is the genetic material, it will be protected by the nuclear envelope. And this is having the cell organelles also. This kingdom Protista includes chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime molds. So in that mainly we are studying about this chrysophytes, dinoflagellates and euglenoids. Got it? So actually based on their Protista is classified into mainly based on their modes of nutrition also. So if you will discuss like that, you will get more clarity about the kingdom of the Protista. Let's see this. So what is the nature of these organisms? They mostly found in aquatic in nature. They mostly found in aquatic in nature, which means they are found in fresh water, marine water. They mostly found in fresh and marine waters. Got it? So see, based on this Protista kingdom will be based on the their modes of nutrition. They are, see, 1 minute. So based on the modes of nutrition, which means if they are photosynthetics, they are heterotrophs and they are exhibiting saprophytes also. So here this is the kingdom Protista based on the modes of nutrition, which means if they are photosynthetic, they are classified into the groups of photosynthetic Protista, and they are protozoans, and they are acts as saprophytes also. So those which these Protista kingdom categorized organisms which exhibiting the photosynthesis, which means they are the producers, they are kept under the photosynthetic Protista, in the group of photosynthetic Protista. So what are they? They are chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, euglenoids. So these are the main 3 categories of exhibiting the photosynthetic nature. So here are the protozoans. They are ciliated Protista, flagellated Protista. They are ambioid in nature. So these are all protozoans. These are all protozoans. Coming to the saprophytes, they are common in the slime molds. They act as decomposers. They mainly thrive food in the decomposition, right? So here the chrysophytes, dinoflagellates and euglenoids we are going to study in this important for your IPE boards. Okay. So this is how the group Protista is categorized based on their nature of acting on the, see, if they have the photosynthetic nature, they are kept under the group of photosynthetic Protista. If they are heterotrophs, which means they acts as mostly parasites. So the feature of the Protista is some have cilia, some have flagella also. Some have cilia, some have flagella. Coming to its reproduction, they exhibit sexual reproduction also, asexual reproduction also. sexual reproduction also, they are exhibiting asexual reproduction also. So let's see one by one chrysophytes, dinoflagellates and euglenoids. Before we starting the chrysophytes, let's see the overview of the Protista kingdom. So these are the first unicellular eukaryotes, and their habitat is mostly aquatic in nature, and their reproduction is maybe sexual and asexual also. And coming to them, some have cilia and some have flagella. So they are, some have flagellated protista, some have ciliated protista. So they produce zygote during the cell fusion or sexual reproduction. So whatever the points I said to you, that will be in this PPT. See, kingdom Protista includes unicellular, single-celled eukaryotes. They mainly exhibit aquatic habitat. It is most common members of the Protista. So they are freshwater organisms or marine water organisms also. Protista produce zygote during cell fusion or sexual reproduction. Got it? So let's see some other. They have well-defined nucleus or not? They have well-defined nucleus. And unicellular algae like Calamadomonas, Pyrogyra, they are also placed in this kingdom Protista. So they have true nucleus bounded by the cell membrane. They can move by cilia or via flagella. Respiration, which means they can produce ATP by using oxygen or without using oxygen also. So similarly, reproduction can be sexual as well as asexual. They are divided into chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime molds and protozoans. So coming to the based on the how they are acting, though they are categorized into 3 types. So as they are the autotrophic, so they are examples of dinoflagellates, diatoms and euglenoids. And if they are consumers, decomposers, they are the slime molds, saprophytic in nature they are exhibiting. If they are exhibiting the heterotrophic nature, which means depending on the other organisms only, they are protozoans. The examples is ciliated protozoans, sporozoans and sarcodines. These are all the examples of the protozoans. Got it? There are the heterotrophs. Let's see the first chrysophytes. So what are the features of these chrysophytes? So chrysophytes are, they are mostly, the best example of the chrysophytes is diatoms or golden algae desmids. So the examples of the chrysophytes are diatoms or the desmids, golden algae. So see this, chrysophytes. These are exhibiting they are aquatic in nature, mostly found in the fresh as well as marine water. Fresh as well as marine waters. The examples of the chrysophytes is diatoms and desmids. Golden algae. Mainly the cell wall of its chrysophytes is made up of silica. The cell wall is made up of silica. So exactly how the cell wall arrangement is will be seen as like overlapping like a box, like a soap box. See, this is the overlapping will be seen in the chrysophytes. This is how the overlapping occurs. The cell wall consisting the main material called silica. The cell wall is made up of silica. As the nature of the silica is hard to destroy. It's hard to destroy. In the deep of the oceans, what will happen? These chrysophytes will be present like this. So if these are the chrysophytes, think these are the chrysophytes present under the ocean. What will happen? So when they are living, they exhibit the characteristics of all living organisms, and when they are died, what will happen? These are deposited. As the silica is now hard to destroy, the silica will be placed over here. Over on this, this place only, again another chrysophytes will be growing on like this, which means nothing but diatoms. So as they are leaving the its body, they are not, the silica is not destroying. So over billion or billion years, they will be deposited under the ocean. So they form the, over billion of years, they are forming the diatomaceous earth. They are forming the diatomaceous earth. They are forming diatomaceous earth. So these diatomaceous having the gritty in nature, as the silica is having the gritty in nature, which mostly using the polishings. It mostly using the polishing purposes. And these are the exhibiting the photosynthetic nature. These are exhibiting the come under the photosynthetic nature, which means they are chief primary producers. They are producers, which means those organisms which are non-photosynthetic nature, they will depend on this chrysophytes. Got it? So these are the chief primary producers also. This is how they are overlapping the cell wall. The cell wall is made up of silica. The cell wall is made up of silica. So the chrysophytes are exhibiting the photosynthetic nature. Let's see the question now. So now if you remember these points, let's see the first question, that is chrysophytes. The kingdom Protista includes chrysophytes. See the first question. 1 minute, students. Let me see. Okay. See, this is the first question of the, which is very important for your IPE boards. 1 minute. Okay, see this. So here they given the question that give the silent features and importance of the chrysophytes. The shape of the structure is exactly the soap box like structure, as I have said to you. So see this, chrysophytes belonging to the kingdom of Protista. They are belonging to the kingdom of Protista. They are the group of algae because they are having the photosynthetic pigment, right? So they are found in fresh water as well as marine water. They are found in both fresh water as well as marine water. The best examples are diatoms and desmids. Diatoms or desmids, also called as golden algae, or diatoms. Diatoms. They are similar in size and they are freshly floating like the planktons in the water. They freshly float on the water like a planktons. So they are freely in size, floating photosynthetic. They do by the having the chlorophyll pigment, they prepare their own food. So let's see the another more points which is very important. So as what I explained to you the first, so that will be in the question. So they have the soap like box like structure. And the chrysophytes includes the example called diatoms and golden algae. The cell structure of the diatoms, so it will be overlapping like this now. The cell wall having the texture which is made up of silica. It is made up of silica. So silicated walls are present in the diatoms, and the cell wall diatoms have two shells. This is one shell and this is the second shell. They have two shells. And first one is epitheca, as it is present in the upper part, it is epitheca, and it is in the over part of the it is over the under the epitheca, it is called as hypotheca. They reproduce asexual mode of reproduction by binary fission. By the binary fission. You all know that what is binary fission. So when the cell wants to grow, when the cell wants to give their daughter cells, what will happen? The cell become twice in size, and then it is copy the genetic material, and then it will divide into two daughter cells, right? So, and sexually by gametes, and sexually by gametes. So, what are uses of these chrysophytes? Polishing of glasses. So, as the silica natures, it is present under the ocean over of billion of years, because if it is under the ocean thing like that, so these are the diatoms. So, after living it will be deposited under the ocean. As the cell wall is made up of silica, in silica structure it is hard to destroy, it will be placed under deposit over the ground, over the ocean. So, like that it will be another layer will be placed over this diatoms. Like that it will be several layers found in the deep of the ocean, and they formed over a billion of years, they form the diatomaceous earth. So, that it will be commercially exploited, with mainly used in the polishing for glasses, filtration of oils and syrups. This is what the the chrysophytes, which is comes under the kingdom of Protista. They are unicelled eukaryotes, right? They are unicelled eukaryotes. Coming to the next question, that is dinoflagellates. That is dinoflagellates. So, coming to the dinoflagellates, these are also come under the kingdom of Protista. They are also unicellular flagellated eukaryotes. They are large group of flagellated eukaryotes. They having the flagella. See, so if you see the pearl, it will be look like this, right? So, when it have the middle hole, and in that it will be placing of the thread, right? So, this it is also, one minute. So, it will also be looks like this. So, it having the longitudinal groove. So, these dinoflagellates having the longitudinal groove as well as the central transverse groove. So, here they are having the transverse groove. They are having the transverse groove. Exactly like pearl having will drop the thread, right? Likewise, they are also having this is the longitudinal groove. This is the longitudinal groove. This is the transverse groove. This is the transverse groove of dinoflagellates. See, they have the two flagellas. As the name, it's having the dinoflagellates, which may having the two flagellates. So, for your not confusing, I will draw here like this. So, they having the longitudinal groove as well as the transverse groove. In that, one flagella will be like this, and another flagella, it will be like the around of it. It will become back and it will be attached to its center notch. Got it? So, it will be arranged like this. So, dinoflagellates are mostly where they are found. They are marine or fresh water. They are mostly found in marine water. They are mostly found in marine water. So, and some dinoflagellates exhibiting the different colors due to the having the pigments in it. So, for example, the dinoflagellates, the red dinoflagellates, which means they are having the red, they are exhibiting the color of red. Example, Ganulex, which is because of that dinoflagellate, the sea appears like the ocean always will be in the blue color. Because of this red dinoflagellates, as the increase in number, the sea appears like a red sea. The sea appears like a red sea. So, because of this exhibiting the different colors by the dinoflagellates, because they have the pigments. So, they appear in various colors depending on their pigments. As they are having the dinoflagellates, they have the two flagellates. One over here and another one, it is background, it will be rotate. It will be rotate and it will be comes to the center notch. So, that helps in what is the major function of the flagella? Flagella's major function is locomotion, which means movement. Locomotion, which means movement. The movement occurs for the these dinoflagellates because of this containing the flagella. Got it? So let's see this. So they having the what is the cell wall is made up of? We all know that cell wall of the chrysophytes is made up of silica, right? So it is very hard in texture, so it will be hard to destroy the destroy it. So over a billion of years it will become the diatomaceous earth, and it will have in the commercial use also. So what is the cell wall made up of by the dinoflagellates? What is the cell wall? The cell wall is made up of stiff cellulose. Cell wall is made up of stiff cellulose. So they have two flagella. One lies longitudinally, as I said. So this is the, it will be like, see, the two flagella, one lies longitudinally. So one will be like this and another lies transversely, which means like this. It will be overlaps. So lies transversely. The flagella produce spinning movements because of it is, it will be drawn back to the transversely. So it showing the what? So it showing the spinning movements. Thereby it can travel to the one place to another. So it helps in the moving. You all know that when you see in the some canals, it will be see the wriggling ribs, right? So by having this transverse flagella, they are creating the wriggling ribs, and they helps in the locomotion, which helps in the movement of the dinoflagellates. So the flagella produce spinning movements, so these are called wriggling ribs. They are called, so they they exhibiting the whirlpools. So whirlpools. So because so that is why it calls wriggling ribs. So it is these flagella also called as wriggling ribs because they are exhibiting the whirlpools. So they are center, it will be rotated like this na. So that is nature is produced because of this consisting of flagella arrangement like this. Got it? So now see this. The nucleus has condensed chromosomes. As they having the well defined nucleus, the nucleus having the condensed chromosomes. Due to the absence of histones, there is no having the histones. Nucleus is mesokaryon. What is meant by mesokaryon? Mesokaryon, which means see, prokaryotes are not well defined. But we all know that prokaryotes doesn't have the well defined nucleus. But eukaryotes having the well defined nucleus. So the histones made up the DNA. So as it is like these, they are unicellular eukaryotes. They don't have, histones, which means that it is intermediate between the prokaryotic and eukaryotic nature. That is why they said the nucleus is called mesokaryon. The nucleus is called mesokaryon. So marine dinoflagellates. So what are examples of the marine dinoflagellates? Like Nautiluca show bioluminescence. What is meant by bioluminescence? Bioluminescence is the characteristic feature of these dinoflagellates, so which emits the light. Because of the chemical called luciferin. These organisms exhibit, these organisms having this chemical name called luciferin. Due to this chemical reaction, they emit the light, which usually seen at the night times in the unpolluted areas mainly. You can observe this in the ocean. You can observe this bioluminescence. It emits the light because of the chemical name called luciferin. It occurs by when this luciferin chemical combines with oxygen. So they, with the help of the enzyme called luciferase enzyme, it emits the light. So that property of emitting the light by these dinoflagellates, we call it as bioluminescence. So, and also not only that, they release toxins also. So they release toxins also. So it is may harm to the those toxins which is released by these dinoflagellates will be harm to the animalcules, which means they harm to the small fishes, marine animals. So these are the one of the not efficient for this dinoflagellates, as they are emitting the light. They are the eye catching, but here they are releasing the toxins also, they are harming the other small fishes, marine animals. This is about the dinoflagellates. So once fastly recall this dinoflagellates question, students. So dinoflagellates belong to the kingdom of Protista, and they are having the large group of eukaryotes, and these are mostly seen in marine habitats. And the best, one of the example, that is red dinoflagellates, which exhibit the color of red because having the pigment called, they having the pigments, they having the different pigments, mainly the fucoxanthin. The examples like granulex, which will the see appear in the color of red because of this pigments are present in this dinoflagellates. So they appear in various colors depending upon their pigments, and they having the cell wall is made up of, they having the stiff cellulose, not cellulose, they having the stiff cellulose, and they have two flagella. One is longitudinally, as I drawn the diagram for you. So like a pearl, if you see the pearl, what will happen? There will be a central longitudinal way to join to to keep the pearl in the thread. Like that, they having the longitudinal flagella and the transverse flagella. So as the name has itself is saying, the dinoflagellates, which means they have the two flagella. Got it? And the flagella produce spinning movements. So the transverse flagella, which creates the spinning movements, which creates the whirlpools. So they are also called as whirling ribs. So the nucleus has condensed chromosomes. The nucleus having the condensed chromosomes. Due to the absence of histones, histones are not there in these dinoflagellates, and their nucleus is condensed, so the nucleus is called mesokaryon, which means the intermediate of the prokaryotes and eukaryotes, it will be in the intermediate. That nucleus we call it as the mesokaryon. Marine dinoflagellates like nocturica, which shows the bioluminescence, which emits the light because of they having the chemical name called lucifera. We were having the chemical name called lucifera. So when this lucifera chemical combines with the oxygen, what will happen? It creates the it emits the light because of the enzyme name called luciferase enzyme. So and not only this, they release the harmful toxins also, which mainly harm to the marine animals, animalcules, which means small fishes and marine animals. So this is about the dinoflagellates question. So I explained today in this session the dinoflagellates question and chrysophytes also. So let's see the euglenoids. So let's see this question in the tomorrow session, students. So we completed 2 under the kingdom of Protista, which is very important for your IPE boards for sure. So as I said to you, students, out of these 4 questions, you will get from this unit definitely 1. So as I explained, the chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, they are photosynthetic Protista, and tomorrow we will look into the euglenoids, and then we will look into the another kingdom name called fungi. So we completed Monera, and also now we looking into the Protista, then we will go into the look into the kingdom fungi. Got it? So 1 minute. So I have explained you the chrysophytes and also dinoflagellates. So tomorrow we will discuss about the euglenoids question. So I hope you all clear about this question. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section, students. So I will clear you all the doubts. So before I am winding up the class, students, I would like to announce you very important news for you. So here we started a NEET long term course. So it is especially for the college goers 11th and 12th and also 12th who are completed, who are really passionate about your dream to become doctor and they making their dream come true. This is the best platform for you because we are offering the just rupees 3,333 per month. If you are really passionate, contact with us. Then we will we will give you all the details. We will give you the career guidance also. So some people even don't know how to analyze the paper. So the one-on-one mentorship program will be provided with us by expert faculty. So if you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, you can get back to this number. You will contact by this number. So if you want online, you can contact through online. We will give you access in our app name called MedWorld. So if you join through, you will get live plus recording sessions along with well-crafted study material and along with digitalized material also provided. For offline students, if you want to join through offline, we have hostel facility also. You can happily come to our institute name called NEET World, present in Narayana, Hyderabad. So if you have any other queries, please let me know by this number. So this is what today's session. So let's complete in the tomorrow session. Thank you.